What's up YouTube? Welcome back to JP Breaks. Thanks for checking out this video. I hope you're having a great day. Guys, we're not doing a break today. We are going to talk all about eBay. I've gotten a few questions in the comments and in my emails. How do I go about setting up my cards, getting them on eBay, getting them sold, and of course, shipping them out to the customer. So part one, we're gonna dive into how to set up a listing. We're gonna talk about title, photos, item description, selling format, pricing, and shipping options. Part two, after we made the sale, how do we get the card ready to be shipped out? We'll talk about insurance, printing labels, different packaging configurations, and a couple other items that I think you will find useful. I'm not claiming to be an expert here at all. I've only been getting back in the hobby the past few months, but I have learned a lot from all the other YouTubers that are much more experienced than me. I've made a few mistakes myself in making shipments out, so I want to help you avoid those mistakes and help you be successful in your eBay transactions. Guys, what do you say? Let's get into it. Let's set up our first listing. Alright guys, we are on eBay.com. Let's go ahead and let's get a card listed. We are going to be listing this 1920 Zion Williamson out of Mosaic rookie. Let's go ahead, let's get it on. You're going to come into my eBay and you're going to click on the selling link. This will take you to your eBay dashboard where you kind of can see some cool metrics of what's going on your eBay sellers account. You have your active listings, your sold listings, your unsold, and a 90-day cumulative total of all the cards you have sold or other products. Mine's all cards. Let's go ahead and let's list an item. And guys, there's more ways to skin a cat here, right? There's definitely different ways that you can do. This is a method that I've found that's been successful for me, but I'm not saying it's the only way to do it, but this is how I like to list my cards and go ahead and sell them. So first, I like to always list the year and the set that the card has come out of. I always will list the player's name, and I will usually put that in all caps so that's very clear. If it's a rookie, I always put RC rookie. And then what I will do is I will also put the card number, and this is card 209 in this Mosaic set. So then you go ahead and click get started. Go ahead, scroll down, continue without selecting a product. Usually it's just prompting you to pick wax. All right, now we're on the listing page. You see our title is carried over. You can do a subtitle for $1.50. Again, I wouldn't really recommend this unless this is a super high-end card that you're selling. This card is not. So let's go ahead and let's keep this process moving. So you come on down here. It is a brand new card, and we're going to go ahead and add a photo. I have already saved this to my desktop. Taking a picture of cards can be challenging, specifically the chrome and the really shiny cards. You're always going to see a reflection of you or your camera in there. So I really try to get the best angle that I can. I typically try to take a picture of the card on a black background, black backdrop. I think it makes it look sharp. Now the eBay intuitive photo editing software that's built into eBay is pretty easy to use. I typically will come in here and I will crop the picture, crop this card in here. And then I will go ahead and click this auto adjust button, and what will come out is that. I think that looks great. The coloring looks good. This will allow the prospective buyer to come through, can really look closely at the card. I click save. If it's a higher end card, typically, a Zion card is probably right around that. I will add a picture of the back of the card. I certainly could do that. I recommend doing that, but just for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and continue this listing. I never really mess with this stuff here, guys. I don't think you need to. Just a bunch of different questions, different question fields to add. All right, now we're gonna go into the item description. And a lot of times when you're on eBay, you might just see, hey, Zion Williamson rookie, blah, blah, blah. I'm just playing here. I like to jazz this up a little bit. So we'll go ahead and we will go into an active listing that I have now. We'll pull up this Dwayne Wade card. And this is what I typically do when I'm doing a bunch of listings. I'll go to a listing I have, I'll scroll down and I'll click on the HTML, I'll copy it. And you can see this is what it's going to look like here. Very clean, nice bolded title. I added these basketballs as the bullet points to kind of show what type of card it is. I do the same for baseball. Sometimes I mix them up, but for the most part, I think it looks really, really clean. So we'll go ahead, we'll post that in. I will then go to the top and I will take our title. I will copy our title, come on down here, highlight that and paste that in. So then I'll go ahead and I will put in the company and the set that the card has come out of. Again, a little bit extra work, but I do believe it's worth it. I'll put the player's name. It is a rookie card, so put that in caps. This is card 209. And this card is in mint condition. As soon as I got it, I sleeved it up. I put it in the top loader, so the card is protected. Okay, let's come down here to selling details. Now guys, you can do auctions. I have done auctions before. I would recommend that when you do an auction that you have it go down at Sunday night, 8, 9, 10 o'clock Eastern time. That seems to be a very popular time that people are on eBay and bidding on auctions and making purchases. So go ahead and do that. But this will be a fixed price here, and I like this for a couple different ways. So here's our buy it now price. So there is no auction. This is just a listing that buyers can come in and pay the full price or give you a best offer. So how do you know what to sell your card for? Well, that's pretty easy. Go ahead, search your card, come down the left hand side and click on sold items. This will highlight sold items and completed listings. And we can take a look at some of the cards that have been sold today, June 6th, the day of this recording. Auction went down for 45, auction went down for 51. Ours is the base, not the pink. Here's an auction that went down for 60, here's 40, a $39.99, buy it now. Here is the silver wave, that one went for 400. We don't have that. And this is actually interesting here too. Here is an SGC numbered to 10. This one sold for $2.99. That is pretty cool, but let's not get carried away. So I think this is a fair price at $55 for this card, and I will allow prospective buyers to come through and make an offer. If you want to have an automatic price acceptance or decline threshold, you can go ahead. I typically don't. I like to see them come to me, and I'll make my decision there. It is only one card, so we'll list the quantity as one. I don't do tax. Payment options, guys, just stick to PayPal and require immediate payment for buy it now. So when someone comes in, buys it now, they're required to pay right away, so then the listing can go down. Let's get into shipping. Let's take a look at our options here. So I typically only ship to the US. I think it's a little bit easier. You don't have to worry about international shipping. Shipping costs are relatively low, and there's enough market here in the US to be able to sell the products you're looking to sell. Let's go ahead, we click on USPS first class package. So this is what you're going to have, the mailman, your mail postal service will come and pick it up. Handling time is 2 business days, so that means that I, as the seller, have 2 business days, 48 business hours to turn around the card and get it in the mail. Alright, so we're shipping just one card, so our typical bubble mailer is a 4x8x8 envelope with bubble padding on the inside. Weight is about 3 ounces. It really doesn't matter because you're only charged more up to over a pound. Everything looks good here, guys. You can promote it if you want. Typically don't unless it's a super high-end card. There's an ad rate you can set, and that will calculate an ad fee that eBay will charge you. eBay charges you enough. They charge you to list it, which is only 35 cents, but they're going to take their hit at when you make the sale. I forget that percentage, but it's not a whole lot, a couple percent. But then at the end of each month, you're docked 10% of everything you sell on eBay. Those are your eBay fees. So keep that in mind when you're making your sales. And let's list this item. And this is getting submitted. And there it is. We have successfully listed this item. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what it looks like, what our prospective buyers will see. Here's our card, our image, our title, our price. Buy it now, make offer. Here is our nice description. That's looking really nice there. Boom, we're good. All right, So I am going to go ahead and show you the next step of the process is after this card is sold, how to go ahead and get the label out of eBay and PayPal, and how to successfully package the card so it arrives to your customer safely. Alright guys, so that Zion did not sell quite yet, but I do have a couple of cards that sold just last night. So let's go ahead and process this one. This is this JJ Goss Mojo that I sold last night. Guys, this is pretty easy. All you have to do is go ahead and click print shipping label, and you'll go ahead and see our options. So yep, here's our weight, here is the dimensions of the bubble mailer. Now this is going to California, so this is a little bit more money, but you select your UPS first card package. Now this is only a $15 card. Typically I do not add additional insurance. If you want to add additional insurance, which I do recommend on higher value cards, go ahead and click on this in the protection section of this, and that's it. Go ahead and click purchase and print label. Alright, so what you do, you go ahead and click open label and print. Guys, I recommend, I'll show you, I'll protect the my customer's name here, but as you go through here, you'll go ahead and click print in your upper right hand corner, and I set the scale to 85%. I think this fits perfectly on our padded envelope. We'll go ahead, we'll print, and I'll show you what we do next. Alright guys, card is sold. Now it's time to get it ready for shipment. Step one is I showed you already how to get your label out to protect the anonymity of my buyer. I'm going to go ahead and cut this, but I'm going to cut this off camera here. So then what I like to do is I go ahead and I affix the label. Again, I'm going to show the back of it, protect the anonymity of my buyer. And what you do here is you'll go ahead and you will tape that label right to the envelope. So I will do that now. Alright, as you can see, I have taped this label securely using some packaging tape right to the envelope. Let's go ahead and let's get the card prepared for shipment. So there's a few things that you need. Obviously the card itself, nice JJ Goss Auto. This was purchased just last night. I like to package my cards this way. There's many different ways to do it, but this is the way that I found to be successful, and it helps me get rid of a lot of base cards that I no longer want and want to get rid of. And sometimes guys appreciate it. I've opened up a ton of Bowman so far this year. I probably have 15 of these cards. So giving rid of one isn't going to kill me. And again, this buyer spent $15 on this card, $20, something like that. So I don't mind giving him a couple extra cards. Then you need this team bag. So you can go on Amazon or go to your LCS and purchase these team bags. You'll see why I think this is the best way to ship your card. So take the card, you put it in your sleeve, you put it in your top loader. Very customary. You just want to make sure that the card is secure. And then go ahead and put this card right in the team bag. Then I take about five, 6 cards, depending on the thickness of the card. I will slip it right in the front here. And then I will go ahead and put 5 more in the back. So that provides some nice protection and protects the card from being bent. That with the top loader, you're in really good shape. Now I don't have to tape, Scotch tape. Please don't use Scotch tape. If you're going to use tape, use painter's tape, the blue tape. But when you use the team bag, you don't have to use any tape, which everybody appreciates. You go ahead, you peel that off, and you simply apply it to the bag, and boom, secured. Now, I like to add an extra layer of protection, plus I like to show that this came from JP Brakes to my eBay buyers. I go ahead, I take my small logo, my sticker, and I will put a link in the description from the company I get these from. These are super cheap, and they look really cool. Now the card is secured, it's protected, there's no way it's going to slip out. We have that extra layer of sticker adhesive to make sure that this won't open up. And that's really it, guys. Then you go ahead, you slide it through, you close up your envelope, and again, protect the anonymity of my buyer. Joe Adele will sit here. The only other thing I like to do, guys, is you can get these on Amazon. This is not necessary, but I think it's a nice added touch. It is a do not bend sticker. I go ahead and I carefully apply it, not to cover up the barcode. And there you go. There's our shipment. We have a nice card. It is protected. It has a bubble mailer. And this thing is going to get to the customer safely, and the customer will appreciate the attention to detail that you did when you packaged up their card. Alright guys, I hope that this video has been beneficial to you. I've gotten quite a few questions, mostly from my friends who are getting into the hobby, how to do this. So I'm happy to do this, make this video. And if you have any other questions, please reach out to me. Send me an email, comment, Instagram, whatever is easier for you, and I will be happy to help. Guys, until next time, this is JP Breaks. See ya.